Welcome to Full Sports Press. I'm your host, Brian Hill. This is the sports show that's trying very hard to compete with TikTok trends where women show how big their butts are. I spend hours working on each episode. I get like 25 views. And all they got to do is shove their butt in the camera for 8 seconds and they get like 300,000. How am I supposed to compete with that? Tell me. Come on. Well, there is one way. I've got a thin waist, No. This is a sports show, for God's sakes, and you don't have a thin waist, you liar. The UCLA Bruins and grown man named after a thinly sliced piece of fried potato, Chip Kelly, won their first game of the season by defeating the LSU Tigers 38-27. And like usual, the media is blowing things out of proportion and posing questions about whether Chip Kelly's return to dominance is finally upon us. Well, we here at Full Sports Press would like to toss our hat into the conversation and say, stop it, media. Are you kidding me? It's too damn early to be posing that kind of a question for a myriad of reasons. The first of which is that Chip Kelly is still getting blazed off his farts from his glory days at Oregon. The dude's record at UCLA is 12-21. And now, because he won one game, we're supposed to forget all that? And don't get me wrong, I understand. They beat LSU and Ed Orgeron, who, funny enough, looks like a person who's been deep fried, but he's no longer the championship level coach that he was 2 years ago. And everyone needs to accept that. And we as a people must collectively start looking at him like you look at Frodo at the end of Lord of the Rings. He's a hero who did his job against all odds and won the day. But it's probably time for him to hop on a boat and leave LSU just like Frodo left Middle-earth. And that's fine. There's nothing left for him at LSU anyway. And he knows it. How do I know he knows it? Because he clearly wasn't thinking of future championships and stability at LSU when he left his wife of 23 years for a woman half his age. Those are the actions of a man who knew he needed to cash in on his success because he's not Nick Saban. So with that said, let's pump the brakes on the streetcar named Chip Kelly is back, because even though he beat an SEC team, everyone can see through the mist of vomit and street funk of Bourbon Street that LSU's got problems, and one of them is a hero steamed in their own bayou. That's all for this episode of Full Sports Press. Stay tuned for more episodes and be sure to click that notification button, like and subscribe. If you don't, you're a jerk. I'm not joking. You're jerks.